Hi everybody, it's Abby here, and today I'm going to be doing my makeup using this flower crown as inspiration. It's not mine, it's actually my niece's, but she let me borrow it for this special look, and I'm going to be matching my eye makeup with the colors on the flower crown, and I'm so excited to get started. Also, I do want to mention a lot of times throughout the video it may look like I'm not wearing a shirt, but I totally am, so get over it and get your head out of the gutter, kids. Seriously. Now, let's get started. First thing I'm going to be using is this Marcouja oil by Tarte. I like to put droplets on both my cheeks and one on my forehead. And then I just simply rub that in. This stuff works really great, and I 100% recommend it to anybody, especially anyone with dry skin like mine. Putting this on before makeup application, I don't even see my dry patches peeking through, which usually does happen if my moisturizer isn't doing it for me. I even put it on at the end of the day, like when I'm taking my makeup off, so that when I wake up in the morning, my face is super soft like a baby's butt. Now I'm going to be using this Maybelline's Fit Me foundation in the color Sandy Beige, that's my shade. And I'm going to be putting a little bit on this Morphe foundation brush, not too much. A little bit goes a long way with this. And then I like to put that on my cheeks, and you see that? We're gonna cover all those up. And then on my nose, my forehead, my chin, and a little bit on my neck. The leftover foundation that I have on my foundation brush, I just put on my neck. And I do like to put in my foundation with this brush first, and then I come in with a damp beauty blender afterwards. I don't know why I do it that way. I really don't, but it works for me, and that's my makeup routine, so. Also, a lot of the times I do look over to watch this movie that me and my niece were watching at the time. We were watching it, getting ready for the Abby, pay attention. You're doing a makeup video. We're getting ready to see the new movie, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be vlogging that experience. Obviously, I can't talk. Obviously, I am not going to be able to film inside when I'm watching the movie, but I will be vlogging that experience. So stay tuned for that one. Also, this has a dewy finish, which is great. I used to love a matte finish, I guess. Yeah, like when it looks matte, I used to love that. But the older I got and the drier my skin got, I just wasn't really into matte anymore. Now I am going to take my damp beauty blender, which I did wet. I didn't show it on camera because I just got up and went to go wet it, but it is wet. And I'm going to be packing that into my pores. I cannot seem to take my eyes off that movie. It's a good movie, it's a classic. I saw it when I was little. I don't know why, I don't really know how, but I fell in love with it. And I'm a lover of horror movies, so I'm excited for the remake. Alright, looks good. Now I'm going to take a sip of water because hydration. It's important, kids. Now I'm going to be taking my Ciate London bronzer with this e.l.f. brush. And look at that, it's really cute. It has a bow and it's super legit. And I'm just going to be taking a little bit of that and applying it to my face. I like to pat on the powder first and then lightly rub it in. I'm not an expert, so it's not expert advice, but my advice to you would be, what has worked for me, is I like to pat the powder on first and then rub it lightly the softer the brush, the better, because you don't want to drag your makeup around. You don't want to rub it around and make it look streaky. You have to really have good brushes, and this is an e.l.f. one, so I'm sure this was like $1, $2, $3. You know, they go really cheap, and it does get the job done. And if I laugh, it's probably because my niece made me laugh. She usually makes me laugh when I'm filming videos. So that's her making me laugh. I also put that down my neck. Looking good. Now I'm going to take my Wet n Wild contouring palette, and I'm going to be taking this white color, lighter color I guess, and I'm going to be putting that under my eyelids with my beauty blender. I could use a cream concealer, but I don't know, I don't really like it. I don't really like using it, and I guess it's just not really for me. It used to make my skin look extremely dry, and I just see that when I put just the powder and that's it just kind of just sets in. I don't know, I like it a lot better that way. I usually take a brush and I swipe the powder away after it sits for a little bit, but I guess maybe I wasn't really thinking about it, and I just decided to just blend it in with my beauty blender, which did work. It turned out good, so I'm not mad. I was trying to get my hair behind me. I do that because I had a palette in one hand and then a beauty blender in the other, so I was trying to move my hair without touching it. Now I take this big fluffy e.l.f. brush and the darker color, and I contour. I do my cheekbones and my forehead. Those are always the places that I contour. I don't do anything but that. And I like to use a bigger brush because the application seems just better to me. From experience of I used to use a Morphe brush, and it wasn't as big as that. It was kind of big, but it wasn't that big, and I just like the application of a bigger brush much better. It just seems to get more of the area, and it emphasizes the cheekbones. So that's just what I use, and I know it works for me. It's better for me, and I recommend it. Then I'm gonna put that on my forehead. Gonna lift my hair up so I can do that. There we go. And that's pretty much all I do for the contouring, and it works for me, so I like it. And then for some reason I like to squeeze the brush and then contour my nose. I mean, it doesn't really do anything, but I feel like if I don't do it, then I'm missing a step. And there we go. It did absolutely nothing. Let's move on. So the next thing I'm going to be using is this illuminating palette, highlight palette by Wet n Wild. And I'm just going to swipe across all those colors, and oh my gosh, look at that. And I'm going to be putting that on the high points of my cheekbones. I wasn't sure if you guys could see it or not, so I was kind of really turning my head to the side to make sure that you guys did see that, but I kept looking back because I wasn't really sure if you guys were seeing that. But this was my first time using it, so I was a little nervous because I love to shine insanely bright with my highlighters, so I was a little bit nervous about it, but it actually ended up turning out really pretty. And the glow was actually gorgeous. It might not show that good on camera, which is unfortunate, but in person it really did work, guys. I recommend it. And then I put just the leftover on my nose and above my eyebrows, I don't know. Then I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette, and using an e.l.f. brush, I'm going to be taking this hot pink color, and I'm going to put that on the base of my eyelid. Trying to watch the movie. Geez, Abby, pay attention. And then I take some more and I do the other side just like that. And obviously that side came out a bit darker because I guess I grabbed a lot more of the product than I did on the last eye. So I do go in with more on the other eye to match how dark this eyelid came out. But it's like a hot pink and it does match the flower crown really well, so I had to go back and get some more to put on the other eye. There we go, looking good. Now I'm going to be taking this purple color, which I want to say is more like a violet color, and I'm going to be taking my Morphe brush and really packing that onto the brush. It's really pretty too. And I'm going to be putting that on the outer V of my eyelids. It's really pretty, guys. Fixing my eyebrow hair, but it is gorgeous. It looks even better in person. And I'm just trying to blend that into the hot pink. And then obviously I'm going to be doing the same to the other eye. Now I'm blending that into that pink. And it's looking good. And then I also like to take the residual powder and put that under my eyelids. I close my eyes because I have really dry eyes, and when makeup or powder gets into them, it makes them even drier, and then it makes my eyes water and it ruins makeup for me, and then I don't even want to do it anymore. But we're gonna carry on. Now I'm gonna take my Beauty Killer palette, Jeffree Star to be exact, and I'm going to be taking this color called Star Power. It's really, really pink and really pigmented, and I absolutely love it. So I packed that onto a Morphe blending brush. And then I am blending the violet color, the purple violet color, with Star Power, and I am going to blend that upwards on my eyelid, kind of into the crease. And don't worry, it's gonna look like a hot pink mess on my eyes at first, but that's the process. Don't worry, don't let it scare you. It's all gonna work out. Trust me on this one, guys. It's a process. Trust me, it'll look good. But I liked how pink it was coming out and just how it looked, because it was really matching the flower crown, and that's what I wanted out of this, so I'm not mad at it. Now I'm going to be taking this color called Courtney, and I'm going to be using it to blend that up into my brow bone. And this really, really made the look perfect to me, because it gave it like a sunset, peachy look. It just, oh, I loved it. See? Now it's coming together. Now you're not so confused. It blends just perfectly, those two colors. And then I'm going to be taking it and doing it on my other eye as well. Perfect. Looks good, guys. I like it. And then I also blend it under my eyelids. Then I like to take this color because I realized that the purple wasn't really showing, but I liked the effect that the purple had, so I take some of this to really show it a little bit more because it kind of disappeared when we were blending it, so I ended up just putting some of this into it. And see, it kind of like, you know, brings it all together. It adds something different instead of looking all pink. I love it, guys. Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna take Show Me Your Glow, and I'm going to be taking an e.l.f. brush, and I'm gonna be putting some of that onto the brush, and then packing that onto my brow bone for some highlight effect. And I think it did wonders, because that looks bomb. And then I also decided to take some and put them in my inner corners, because I realized that the look would not be complete without that. And here's the eyes. Now I'm going to be taking this tattooed liner by Scone, and I'm going to be attempting to draw the perfect wing on camera, which was not easy because I was trying to make sure that you guys would be able to see it and I would be able to focus and concentrate enough to get a good wing out. I usually start with the wing first, and then I go ahead and draw the rest of the line. As soon as I have the wing done, I know I'm set for life. Alright, so here's what they look like. Ooh yeah, I'm feeling myself. And now I'm gonna take this CoverGirl, I think it is, mascara. It's the super size fibers or whatever it's called, and it's in brown black. And I'm going to be putting that onto my eyelashes. And about 20 or 30 coats later, you should have what you want. Now I'm just doing my bottom lashes. And that's what they look like. And I'm just applying a little bit more to the top, just to accentuate the spider legs. Alright, and that's what they should look like. And that's the eyes. They're done, and I absolutely love them. They're gorgeous. I love how they came out, but we are not completely done yet because we still have our lips to do, so let's figure that out. I'm going to be using this NYX, I think it's matte lipstick, or cream matte something, I don't know. And I think it's in the color Stockholm. And I'm going to be applying that to my lips. And I was excited that I had this because it literally matched the flower crown to a T. It was the perfect color. It matched perfectly. And I was really happy about that. Keep on trying to watch that movie. And I'm basically just trying to make sure it's in the lines and it's lined perfectly, because I was gonna line with a liner, but I decided just to go in with the lipstick. And then I just cut away and did my top lip because it does take me a little bit to get my lips fully filled in, but that's what it looks like. And it matches completely with the eyes and the flower crown. So that's what that looks like. Let's give it a round of applause. And that's the look. That's the complete finished look. So now I'm just fixing my hair. And this part I thought I would take out, but I want to leave it in. I was figuring out how to wear the flower crown. So this is just me trying to figure out how I want to wear it, if I want to wear it on my forehead or on my head. I really could not figure it out, so I was just trying to figure it out, guys. But I liked it both ways, so I did it both ways. I liked it right there, and it was fierce, and I was feeling like Mother Nature's daughter, going out clubbing, just turned 21, and I was just feeling myself. I love the look. And I was dancing because my niece put on some music and I was hype. I was feeling it. And then I decided to also put it on top of my head and just see how I felt about that. I mean, I felt fierce, guys. I think it looks great. I mean, it's not the best makeup. It's not professional, but it works. And it goes with the flower crown, and I'm so happy I was able to match the colors to go with it. I was completely loving it. But if you guys want to see more from me, make sure that you like and you subscribe, and all the support that I'm already getting is amazing, so I thank you guys so much for that. And then I wanted to show the lips and the makeup a little bit up closer, so I did grab my camera just to show a little bit closer. And then also, if you want to add some hipster glasses to look like a cool kid, you can, but that's optional. And I thought they just added a cute little touch. Ooh. And that's the finished look. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one.